guys, how you doing? I recently got a question about resets. Is it a good idea to retake an exam? When is it a good idea? What grades do you need to get? How do you need to do, and this was a constant source of worry and stress when I did my A-levels. And back then, actually, it was very common for a lot of people to retake a lot of exams. There were many opportunities to retake. You could retake it twice or three times, not even once. So you could do the same exam multiple times and try to get a better and better grade. And the bottom line is that every exam will take effort. Even if you're resitting it, you shouldn't think that, oh, you're not going to have to revise as much for this one, or you don't have to worry too much about the real exam that you haven't taken yet. No, every single one will be an effort, and you will need to commit yourself to it, right? There's no point retaking it just because you think you might be lucky. No, you will need to actually be serious about it. You need to understand the basic maths of your exam grading. Getting C's on 3 exams is still easier than getting an A star on just one. And ultimately, it is basic maths, it's an average. And if you're thinking of an average of 1, then that can be made up from a 0 and a 2. The average will be 1. And if you have a known and an unknown grade, like you already have your AS grades and you still don't know what you'll get for A2 to form your overall average A-level grade, then essentially say you have 0, which is the number that you already have, and you want an average of 1. And obviously for that you'll need to get a 2. So you can predict what grades you can get. You won't be able to get an average of 1 unless the other grade is at least 2. And if your existing grade is minus 20 and the maximum grade for your next exam is plus 5, your average will never be 1. So you need to know what is possible and what is impossible. And after you've established what is mathematically possible and what's impossible, you need to establish what is likely and what is unlikely. If you did quite badly on the first exam and you did try and you do think that was your ability, then it's extremely unlikely you're gonna just by chance do better in the A2 one, because the A2 one is supposed to be objectively more difficult than the AS one, right? Don't kid yourself. If you look at the AS material and you think this is too much, how are you going to be a genius at the A2 material? Often the A2 material builds directly onto the AS material. So you need to own that before you can go ahead and do better at A2. And last but not least, never retake an A. Okay? This is a true story that happened to me. I was doing AS level psychology, and for my AS exam, wait, let me get this right. For my AS exam, there were 2 exams for the AS, right? And for my first AS exam, I got an A. I got a low A. So it was just about an A, but it was an A. And I was convinced that I should have done better and that I should have got a higher marked A. And I told my one of the psychology tutors that I was thinking of applying to resit this test. And she looked at me like I was crazy. And she said, "Why would you want to retake an A? You got an A." And she told me, and I remember to this day, "Stop faffing around." Sorry, for effect. Stop faffing around. So yeah, if you're even thinking of retaking an A, I would say stop faffing around.